Oh, come and take a ride with me. Welcome to my podcast. Call Wrestling Pedigree. It's the Rotz Report. Wrestling Pedigree.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new episode of the Rotz Report. I am your co-host, Matty. Along with me, as you can see, I have, two unhappy predictors who last week predicted that New England Patriots will defeat the Seahawks, and I'm the only fucker that decided to go with the Seahawks, and guess who won? With me tonight, as usual, I have the Idaho showstopper, Christopher Ross. How are you, sir?
I am doing good. I can't wait to dive on into the discussion with this upcoming week with professional wrestling. And always say yeah to NoDQ.com. Follow Wrestling Pedigree on all social media platforms. And I want to give a shout out to my four horsemen buddy, my horseman for life, Jeff Chadwick. I want to congratulate his Seattle Seahawks for winning Super Bowl 60 with the final score of 29-13. So congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks as we approach Super Bowl 61 that will be played on Sunday, February 14th, 2027 from SoFi Stadium.
SoFi. Where's that to?
Los Angeles, California.
They're getting everything over there. With us tonight, are the co-hosts, the pride of Hereford, the Scorpion, my Man United brethren, Lewis Joshua. How are you, sir?
I'm doing really, really well. I can't wait to get into this discussion tonight because there are a few interesting matches that I'm keen to speak about. And these few matches that I've had a look at, I'm like, oh, hello, this is tasty.
Absolutely. So let's get right into this. Monday Night Raw is, as we're filming, is 2 hours away. Let's see what we could get into. Ross, what are we looking forward to at Monday Night Raw?
Well, what are we looking for on Monday Night Raw? I have to look this up with the matches. So give me a moment, but hey, I got it right here. So what is going to be in store for tonight's Monday Night Raw? We got a War Tag Team Championship match with Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. They will be defending their tag team championships tonight against Alpha Academy's Otis and Akira Tozawa. So let's talk about that match first. What can you guys all expect happening with that match taking place tonight?
Yes.
I see nothing here, but the Usos retaining the tag team titles.
I agree. I think Alpha Bees will probably put up a great fight, but I think the Usos will definitely get one over on their face brethren. But it's been delayed twice now, so hopefully this match will go ahead tonight.
I hope so too, and I agree with you guys. The Usos are going to definitely retain, and they're probably going to keep the championships up until WrestleMania time. Then tonight we got Maxine Dupree will go one-on-one against Natty. This match is going to be great tonight, and I expect Natty to get the victory here. So Josh, what do you got to say about Natty versus Maxine Dupree tonight?
Nat against Maxie Dupree. Two phenomenal athletes. Now, this was one of the matches that I thought, ooh, hello. This is one of the matches where anything can happen.
Yep.
But I'm going to say Natty takes the win by submission.
Oh, that's a great pick. For me, I agree with Lewis. It's definitely Natty. I think Natty will come out and dominate 1 minute and it ends. I feel it's that kind of. I think it's going to be a squash. But yeah, it's definitely good to see Natty. I want to see Natty's entrance. I want to see Natty entrance like we see on GCW and everywhere like that. I cannot wait to see what she does.
And I agree with all you guys. I feel Natty's going to get the victory, and maybe they could have Natty go for the Women's Intercontinental Championship maybe down the road. But with the Intercontinental Championship, it's being reported that Becky Lynch is going to be kicking off Monday Night Raw tonight. So we're going to see what Becky Lynch does for tonight. So we'll just have to wait and see. And we got some Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. I expect we're going to have one for the women. I don't know who's going to be in the women's one yet.
The women's one is announced.
Was it announced?
Yes. It's just been announced about 9 minutes ago. It's Rhea Ripley, Valkyria, and Ivy Nile.
That's going to be an interesting women's chamber qualifying match. I'm going to say Rhea Ripley's going to win that match tonight.
I agree. Rhea Ripley will probably. I won't be surprised if she pins Ivy Nile, but it's good to have a mixture of those different wrestling styles because you got all rounder like Rhea, a powerhouse in Ivy, and a high flyer in Lyra. So that'll be a very good match. Lewis, I know who you got in this match, but what do you think about this match?
Sorry, which match is this again? This dog is...
Rhea is Elimination Chamber qualifier. Rhea versus Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile.
Yeah, I can't go against Mammy. I'm sorry, I can't.
See, he knows sense. Lewis knows sense, ladies and gentlemen.
And then this match was announced, and we are going to get a men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. We're going to see Penta Zero Miedo. We're going to get Penta versus L.A. Knight, versus Austin Theory in a men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. I'm going to start with Maddie. Who you have in this match?
I got LA Knight for this match. This is quite interesting why they put Austin Theory in there. I do think a masked man may show up in this match. But it depends on where they go because of the news that we heard late last night. So, yeah, interesting. Be interested, but I got LA Knight.
I'm gonna also agree with you, Maddie. LA Knight is going to win, and he's gonna punch his ticket to Elimination Chamber. Jadra, who do you have in this match between LA Knight, Penta, and Austin Theory in a men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match?
I gotta stick with the boy. I gotta be like, yeah.
See, Lewis is on it. It's definitely gonna be LA Knight because the controllable guy. So if they want to push LA Knight, he has to be in this Elimination Chamber. Lewis.
And can I just say as well, one thing about LA Knight? When are they going to give that lad a break and give him another shot at the world title?
But he needs to win tonight. That's
this
the thing.
Is what I mean. Like, but he actually deserves it. I love LA Knight. Don't know about anyone else, but I think he's awesome.
I agree, and hopefully, I don't think he'll get a title shot until after WrestleMania, but he definitely needs to get another rocket behind him because all the crowd loves him, all the fans love him. So yeah, definitely. Ross, while you were on about Monday Night Raw, there was breaking news last night that Braun Breaker had emergency surgery on a hernia when he lifted up the announcer's desk last week. He's out indefinite until there's no timeline of when he'll return. What's your take on probably another storyline they have to branch out and change for Monday Night Raw?
I'm going to tell you, injuries suck in the world of professional wrestling. And personally, I wish Braun Breaker didn't do that last week, but he was frustrated that he lost the men's Royal Rumble match and he got eliminated by Obafemi. So that's possibly why he was frustrated, and the Max Man attacked him before the match even got started. But here at Wrestling Pedigree, we wish Braun Breaker a speedy recovery. It's a hernia surgery, and with hernias, the time frame is not that long. It could be like 6 to 8 weeks. So if it is 6 to 8 weeks, he'll be back in time before WrestleMania. If it's longer than that, then I don't know what you're going to do with Braun Breaker. I don't know what you're going to do with this Max Man. I feel the Max Man is going to be revealed with Seth Rollins. What does Seth Rollins do for WrestleMania if he does come back in time for Mania? Or do they still do Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, or do they have to go in another route and maybe do Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, or maybe Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul? I don't know what will happen, but hopefully Braun Breaker does come back in time for WrestleMania.
I agree. Lewis, what's your take on Braun Breaker getting injured and might be out for probably about 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, got in really, because I'm like, I don't think much of the other guys that are with Braun Breaker, but I think Braun Breaker he's a decent wrestler. I like him a lot.
I agree.
But unfortunately, this is part of the wrestling business, isn't it? Injuries are going to happen, and yeah, I just send him nothing but positivity and prayers, and hope he gets better soon.
It must be gutting to get injured on the way to Monday night, on the way to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I bet I could bet my life on it. He would have loved a match at WrestleMania as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like you say, it's part of the business. Let's dive into NXT. Couple of matches have been announced. Let's get into Chris's favorite NXT wrestler. We have Miss Parker, Jada Parker versus Blake Monroe. That is for tomorrow night. Ross, I know who you got for winning, but what do you think will happen in this match?
I feel it's going to be a solid match. I do expect Blake Monroe to win, maybe by cheating tomorrow in this match. And this is still going to further the storyline between Blake Monroe and Jada Parker. Maybe they can have another match. Maybe if they announce the first NXT premium live event of the year, which presumably is going to be Vengeance Day. They haven't announced that yet. Hopefully they do announce it maybe tomorrow. But if so, they could do another match at Vengeance Day.
Absolutely. Lewis, I know NXT is sometimes you pop in and sometimes you pop out. What's your take on Jada Parker versus Blake Monroe?
Another match. This is one of my other matches that I've been like, okay, this is going to be a rumble in the jungle. Two phenomenal female athletes.
Mhm.
Do you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Jada Parker takes the win.
What? Yeah, that's it. You got heat. You got heat with Rotz now. We have. I think it's. Oh yeah, is so this one. All right then. Eli Knight versus Josh Briggs for the speed tournament. Who you guys got? Lewis, Eli Knight or Josh Briggs?
I'm going to say Briggs.
That's a great pick. Great pick. Big man. Ross.
I'm going to be honest with you. The winner of this match has to go up against Ilya DeFore. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yes.
Got it. I'm going to go with an upset. I got Eli Knight.
Wow. I'm same as Lewis. I think Eli's really good and he's had some good matches, but I think Josh Briggs will cheat and then get the win. I think they're going to put a belt on Briggs, and they're going to put a speed title on him. I think if me and Lewis were tag team, we will be Hank and Tank. So we got Hank and Tank versus Bray Taylor and Smoke Show Ricky, the Vanity Project. I got Hank and Tank for this. Rocks, who have you got?
Same. I got Hank and Tank for the win, and maybe Hank and Tank can go after the tag team championships.
Absolutely. Lewis.
Hank and Tank all the way.
Hell yeah. It's definitely going to be the main event. Saruka versus Reign QCC tag team match. Whoever scores the pin becomes the number one contender for the WWE NXT Women's Championship. So Iku Zara, Soruka, Lena Gray, and Ren Sinclair. So who have you got? Ross.
I'm going to go with Zaria and Sol Ruca to get the win. Who gets the pin and will face JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship when they go to Atlanta. I got Zaria. I feel Zaria is going to get the pin, and she's going to be stealing Sol Ruca's moment to going for the NXT Women's Championship.
Do you think she'll turn heel tonight? Tomorrow night?
I don't think she's going to turn heel anytime soon.
Okay. Lewis.
What's the names again in this one?
Sol Ruca, Zara, Leela Gray, and Ren Sinclair. Just can't see it. It's a tough choice, I know. Whoever scores the pin will be the women's number one
I
contender.
can't pronounce her name properly.
So
I think I ended up picking the one who Rotzi picked.
Zaria?
Zara,
I think it was Zaria, yeah.
the Aussie bird.
Yeah.
Okay. You two in cahoots tonight. I think it'll be Sabruka, but I think Zaria will definitely.
I agree with Rotzi. I think Zaria is gonna ruin her moment. So Sol Ruca's gonna put her finisher on one of the other ladies, and then Zaria's gonna come out of nowhere back into the ring, like give her a DDT, then throw her out, and then pin the other woman that Sol Ruca did the finisher on. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
I hope not. I really hope not. Let's go into AEW. There's some good matches on. There is a 3-way tag team number 1 contenders match. We have a mystery team, a wild card team, versus the Young Bucks versus Desmond, Zaria, and Reed, versus the Rascals. I got the Rascals for this. I don't know who the wild card team will be, but I got the Rascals. Ross. Yes, he's got the Rascals.
I got the Rascals winning, and I don't know who's going to be this mystery team. Is it going to be somebody that Tony Khan signed, or if I have to pick the mystery team, I think the mystery team is going to be Eddie Kingston and Ortiz.
Well, they're in Canada. Are they in Canada? Or touring? Yeah, they're in Canada, I think. On Wednesday, then they're in Australia. So yeah, I'm trying to think of a Canadian tag team then. Oh, what's he got?
You said AEW's in Canada on Wednesday?
Yeah, it says Artarnia, whatever they call it. Artarnia.
What if we see the returning of Adam Copeland and Christian Cage on Wednesday?
Oh, that'll be good. That will be good. That will be amazing. Lewis, I know you'd probably be. Do you still watch AEW?
I watch it sometimes, and I have heard of a couple of tag teams in there.
Okay, so you got the Rascals, the Wild Card, and the Young Bucks. Who have you got?
I've got what me good old mother always used to call me when I was younger, a rascal. So I got to go with the Rascals.
Wow, 3 out of 3. Saying that, we'll probably think basically the Young Bucks are going to win now because we all gone Rascals. We have a TNT Championship, Tommaso Ciampa versus Carl Fletcher. So who we got? We got the Psycho Killer, Ciampa, or we got Fletcher? Lewis.
I've got Tommaso Ciampa all day, every day.
Oh yeah, I think the Psycho Killer will absolutely kill Carl Fletcher. I think I want to say.
Where's Tommaso Ciampa from?
What do
He's
you
not
mean,
Italian, is he? No.
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 He is American.
Who was I thinking of? That's Italian.
He does have Italian heritage
Ah,
because he was called like Italian Slicer or something like that years ago. What else we have? Oh, this will be interesting for Ross.
I didn't give my pick.
I know. Go on, Ann. I know who you got to pick.
It's going to be a banger match, and this is the match I'm looking forward to on Wednesday. Tommaso Ciampa retains his TNT championship, and I'm going to tell you this. I'm happy that Tommaso Ciampa is in AEW because he fits perfectly in the roster, and he's going to have a bright future ahead of him, and he's got a lot of wrestling left in Tommaso Ciampa in professional wrestling.
Absolutely, and it's styles to suits AEW. I exactly know what you mean by that. Ross, this match, AEW Women's World Title strap match. It will be a strap match. Chris Statlander versus Deca. Who have you got?
I got Chris Statlander retaining.
Wow. I mean, this is the third match they got now.
I think it is, but I don't keep track.
So you will not think Thakla will win on Wednesday.
I just don't think Tekla is going to win, but I got to back Chris Statlander up. She's been doing a fantastic job as women's championship, and she deserves to hold that championship up until the first AEW pay-per-view of the year. That will be Revolution.
I agree. She's been on a great run. Lewis.
yeah. I have been watching some of her highlights, and I've got to say, Chris Statlander, she's like, it's just like 1 minute you think, nah, she's had it, she's gone, and then the next minute it almost kind of gives me like Undertaker vibes. She just comes out of nowhere and she just dominates. It's like, and it's like, right, Triple H, get on the phone, get her over to Monday Night Raw or something at least. She's class.
Absolutely. I just checked on there. It's actually in Ortornio, California, not Canada. So your education may happen, but Abby, try to think now Californian tag team, but I agree with you, Lewis. Chris Statlander is a dominant man, and hopefully she dominates and then goes to Australia. There's also a face-to-face. I try to find it. Yeah, a face-to-face interview with Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland. Ross, do you want to talk about that, or do you want to wait until we do our predictions for Grand Slam?
We'll wait. Is that a match that's officially announced for Grand Slam? Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland?
No, but I thought it was announced for that match. I thought it was announced.
Because I did not hear anything on Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland.
Well, that must be Revolution then. Yeah, it probably will be Revolution. So they're just building up more then. They're literally just building it up. Let's go into TNA. I don't know if they ain't got much matches announced for TNA.
I know they got 4 matches announced for TNA No Surrender.
Yeah. They got no matches announced for. Oh yes. Oh, yes, they do. For Thursday, Nick Nemeth will face Rich Swann on the TNA Impact. Ross, what do you think of that match?
I'm going to give it to Nick Nemeth defeating Rich Swann on Thursday to build momentum up for his tag team match, teaming up with Eddie Edwards against Mike Santana and Leon Slater come Friday at No Surrender.
Lewis, Nick Nemeth, probably know the Dolph Ziggler, versus Rich Swann.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went with Nick Nemeth as well.
Was it on the prediction list, was it?
Could have been.
We also have another Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth versus Myra Sahid. Sahid? That's how I say it. Albuquerque street fight. Now, I've never been to Albuquerque, but is there street fights good, Rox?
I feel like every street fight is good, but with Ryan Nemeth and Marshaw Day, yeah, Ryan Nemeth, he won at TNA Genesis. So I think it's going to be obvious that Marshaw Day gets her revenge on Ryan Nemeth on Thursday.
Lewis, this match is obviously a intergender match. She be kicking him she's like super kicked him for at least 8 out of 12 weeks. Who have you got? Ryan Nemeth or Saeed? Or Said, one or the other.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Saeed.
Yeah. Imagine that he loses to her. God, people will never let it down. She whoops it. Also, we have, because obviously Joe Hendry will probably be on there to do a concert, we have Elijah showing up on TNA. So that'll be interesting because we'll walk with Elijah. Let's go into, before we go into SmackDown, let's go into No Surrender. Preview on that. The main event, Mike Santana and Leon Slater versus Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards. Lewis, who have you got for this one? Our boy Leon Slater and Mike Santana, or Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards?
Leon Slater and Mike Santana.
Great pick. They're just unbelievable. That's an amazing tag team now with strength and pace. Ross, what's your pick?
As of now, and I'm going to tell you predictions, it could change before Friday, but as of now, I know both Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards, they have future world championship opportunity. So do you really want them to lose on Friday just for, okay, if you go in your championship match, you won't be that strong enough? So as of now, I'm just going to go with Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth to get the win, but prediction subject to change.
We have the TNA Knockouts World Championship. We have Lee Ling Lee versus Ariana Grace, which is Santino's daughter. Playing favorites here, but I got Lee for the win. She's way superior for me than Grace at this point. Ross,
I'm gonna say this: Langley Lee, she's gonna be keeping her Knockouts Women's Championship, and I just feel like they're just saving her just for maybe to have a match with Danny Luna down the road, or maybe have a match with my other girl on TNA, Elena Black.
oh God, I am not. No offense. Lewis, who have you got for this one? Neve versus Grace.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Lee.
I agree. Keep it with you on this one because I know you love the old wrestling. The Hardy Boys and the Righteous versus Order 4. Who have you got for that one?
The Hardy Boys and the Righteous.
Yeah, I agree. Can you believe how far the Hardys are still wrestling?
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy because every time I see Matt and Jeff Hardy, it's like, holy shit, you boys have not aged one day. What? How'd you do it?
They did a tremendous interview with a great friend of the show, I Love Wrestling podcasts, and it's such a great interview. So highly recommended they look at that. Ross, who's your pick?
I got Hardy's and Righteous, and I do expect Elijah to come out to cost Order for the match
In a
to continue building their feud up.
Is that on the horse again? Also, we have Stacks will put on his international championship against Trey Miguel. If it's not Trey Miguel, I'm going to riot. Rotz, what's yours?
The thing is this. I know Ariana Gray, she's not going to be at ringside for this match as she's going to be focused on her title match.
Yeah.
I have a gut feeling. I'm happy that Trey Miguel, he's back in TNA, but I just feel like it's early for Trey Miguel to get a championship this soon since returning back to the company. I just feel like Stacks is going to keep it much longer.
Yeah, I agree. I think Trey's calling in a shot, so I'm thinking the reason they do that is Trey's going to win for me, and they'll just keep that title on him and just be an ultimate babyface for TNA because he's got so much backing. Lewis.
Sorry, Matty. I got Stacks.
You suck. But it's a good pick. I mean, he does have his crew. Is like, was it the Napo Babies crew that he has? Like the likes of Lexus King and that. So I can understand where Lewis is coming from. Where numbers game will happen. Grace may not be there, but King might. And the newest one, well, it might be Charlie Dempsey because of what happened on NXT this past week. So that's their 4 they picked for their surrender. There probably will be more added on, but they haven't announced it yet. Before we go into it, Mega Smackdown, because I want to have Smackdown be the last scene we talk about. Let's do the Grand Slam at AEW in Australia, where I think there's only 4 matches announced so far. I could be wrong, but it's the only ones that are being advertised on social media. Babes or Wrath will put on the line their AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships against Mega Bad of Mega Bane and Penelope Ford. I got Babes of Wrath. I think they're gonna give Harley Cameron her flowers in this match. Lewis, who you got for this one?
Yeah, I got Babes of Wrath as well.
You just think home crowd team in it because Harley's from Australia and she's just going to be dominant on this one.
Yeah, home crowd, more of an upper advantage.
An Aussie crowd, by the way. We see what they were like in Perth. Imagine what they're going to be like here in Sydney. Ross.
I got Babes of Wrath retaining, and don't be surprised if we see a women's tag team debut in AEW, and they have became free agents, and they are from the Australia side. Don't be surprised if we see Jess McKay, and if we don't see the Iconics, the Inspiration, make their AEW debut this Saturday.
That'll be a great pick. That'll be a great. I think they'll do pretty well. They need someone like that kind of tag team in their division. This match, by God, someone's going bald. There's a mixed tornado tag. Loser off the floor. So whoever gets pinned has to have their head shaved. Tony Storm and Timeless Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy versus Utah and Sharif of the Death Riders. I got Tony Storm and Cassidy to win, and Utah getting pinned, and he's going to shave that head really bald. Lewis, who have you got for this one?
I got Tony Storm.
What, to be pinned or to win?
Win.
Who will get pinned to have their head shaved bald then? Out of the Utah or Sharif?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Utah.
Everybody hates him. It's so brilliant. Like, he's such a heel, and you see how long that hair is getting. He's definitely going bald.
It's gonna. This is gonna kind of remind me of a hair versus hair match between Donald Trump and Vince McMahon.
Well, it'll definitely have. Well, Tony being in her hometown, it's gonna be it'd be crazy if she's the one getting bald. Cool. You imagine Orange Cassidy getting bald. Rotz.
I'm agreeing with all you guys. Timeless Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy for the win. Willow Yuta gets his head shaved bald. And Joshua brought up about this going to remind him of WrestleMania when it was Vince McMahon, Donald Trump. And it was not those two fighting. It was Umaga versus Bobby Lashley. That WrestleMania match was great between Umaga and Bobby Lashley. That was a great match. I enjoyed that from top to bottom, and I'm happy Vince got his head shaved bald that night.
So we're all agreed that the faces will win and Utah will be bald. So
yeah,
that's a lot of hair to be shaved off. They need to get cheap clippers. Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade. The winner receives an AEW World Championship match at Revolution. I got Andrade for this one. Ross, who have you got?
The thing is this, whoever wins is facing MJF, and MJF is a heel. So would they do heel versus heel for the AEW World Championship? And the thing is whoever wins is going to Revolution to face MJF. I got Hangman Adam Page winning on Saturday, so they could do heel versus babyface at Revolution.
I agree. Lewis, your picks.
Yeah, I've got Hangman Adam Page as well.
It's looking at that. So the main event will be MJF versus Brody King for the AEW World Heavyweight title. I got Brody King winning. So I take it everyone else is MJF. Ross?
I got MJF to retain. And I'm going to tell you, last week on AEW, when I saw Brody King versus MJF, Brody King squashed MJF. And I was like, oh my gosh. And Brody King choked out MJF. And I want to know what you guys have to say. Which company did it better? Brody King choking out MJF or Gunther choking out Dragon Lee?
I would probably say MJF probably did it just by a little bit. Just because I think MJF is such a great seller. It's unbelievable. But I'm not taking away Dragon Lee because I think Dragon Lee probably hits a bit more because he fought a bit more. He fighted a bit more. MJF didn't. He was distracted and then he just went on a piss poor run and got squashed. So yeah, MJF is good at selling as a bitch, basically. Lewis, you got MJF?
Yeah, I got MJF retaining, and then it eventually sets up the AEW title match between Hangman Adam Page and MJF.
So you got Seabiscuit versus MJF. That's the nickname that MJF gives Hangman. Let's get into it. I think it's going to be one of the best SmackDowns for a long time in Dallas. Let's quickly kick off with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Rio defending their women's tag team championships against Nia Jax and Lash Legend, who put up amazing performance at the Royal Rumble. I'm hoping. I don't know who will win, but I'm hoping for Rio. Lewis.
Yeah, I've got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky retaining.
Do you think there's anyone else that could face them? Or is it just got to be them holding the titles but going their single runs if they qualify for the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, them still holding their titles, but at the same time, like going off on single runs to the Elimination Chamber. So,
yeah. Rotz.
I agree. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky is going to retain. They're possibly both of them going to be in the women's chamber match. And then after that, they're still going to be continuing their tag team championship run. And I feel they're going to be holding on to these titles up until WrestleMania. And I have a gut feeling our next women's tag team champions are going to be Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins.
I knew he was going to say that. I hope not. But you're probably right, Ross. We have Jade Cargill will finally, after 100 days as a champion, will defend her first title defense against Jordan Grace. I got it to be a no contest. I got it to be a DQ. I think some shit is going to happen along here. Ross, what have you got?
I'm going to tell you, I cannot believe this is going to be Jade Cargill's first title defense.
In 100 days.
She won the championship on November 1st at Saturday night's main event against Tiffany Stratton, and she hasn't defended since then. It is like, okay, I know WWE viewed Jade Cargill as the baddest person on the planet, but they needed to have Jade Cargill defend the championship week in and week out. Look what they've been doing with Stephanie Valkyrie on Monday Night Raw. She's been a fighting champion. She's been defending champions. She's been on premium live events defending champions. And you look at Jade Cargill, she didn't even defend it once. And this Friday is going to be her first title defense. Come on. And I'm just going to tell you this. Yeah, Jade Cargill, she's going to retain on Friday.
It's kind of bad, though, when it's 100 days and that's your first title defense. You kind of had remnants of the Judgment Days tag team titles with JD and Finn, where they only defended it twice in the 100 days. It's kind of like lazy booking there. Lewis. Jade Cargill or Jordan Grace?
Yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. I got Jade Cargill defending.
What's your take on the 100 days with no defense?
Yeah, I think that's wrong because there have been other women in there that have been the women's champion, and do you know what I mean? They've had to defend their title like every couple of weeks down the line, and it's like Jade Cargill hasn't defended her title for 100 days.
It's just mad.
And it's like, make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
If that was Rhea Ripley as a champion, she'd have to defend it like every couple of weeks. And I can guarantee it would be the same with Liv Morgan and, what's so special about Jade Cargill? I know she's a big-ass woman, and you wouldn't want to take a punch off her. But still, I just don't understand.
It's basically lazy booking. It's hopefully that I'm hoping Jordan Grace does it, but I think there's going to be some shenanigans, and it'll just be a defect there. We have a couple of qualifiers for the Elimination Chamber. Let's go on the women's. I think it's quite simple here what the women's are, and I like the winners might be Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Selena. Ross.
Who I have in this match, I got Alexa Bliss winning on Friday, and I think she's going to pin Selena.
Wow. I think that's actually a given. I think whoever wins is going to pin Selena. She'll be the full person. I'm hoping it's Bliss, but triple threats means anything goes, which means interference, which means Kiana James could come out. So, we'll see where it goes, but I'm hoping, like you said, Alexa Bliss. Lewis.
Yeah, I got Alexa Bliss winning this one.
Straight down then, 3 for 3. Here comes the main event. Here comes, I think it's one of the biggest matches they've done in such a long while. Sami Zayn versus Jacob Fatu facing Cody Raheem Rose. Who we got for this one? Lewis.
Who was the names again?
Cody Raheem Rose, Sami Zayn, and Jacob Fatu.
I'm going out on a limb again. I've got to go with my boy.
Cody?
I've got to go. No.
Oh, no.
I got to go with my Samoan werewolf, mate. I got to go with Jacob Fatu.
Wow, that'll be a great pick for Elimination Chamber. Who's in there already? Randy Orton's already in there. So put Jacob Fatu in there. Oh, that'd be amazing. Rotz.
This triple threat match is going to be insane on Friday. And a programming note before I give my prediction, this week and next week, Friday Night SmackDown will be airing live on Sci-Fi in the United States due to the Winter Olympics. So if you're in the United States, you got to watch it on Sci-Fi for the next 2 weeks. If you're internationally, you can watch it on Netflix. Who I got in this match, I'm going to go out of a limb. I'm going to say Cody Rhodes is going to win on Friday, and he'll punch his ticket to the Elimination Chamber.
What's your thoughts on Cody's Raheem promo and that line he said about them doing the measuring, and he goes, "That's the reason why they call me Raheem." I just thought that was freaking brilliant. What was your thoughts on his promo last weekend on SmackDown?
I did not see his promo last week because I was at work.
Highly recommended that you watch that because it is amazing. A fully emotional Cody is freaking amazing. He had a bit of Dusty coming out because when Cody's emotional, his lisp comes out more. And yeah, he was on fire on SmackDown. Highly recommended you watch that. Lewis, did you watch the SmackDown promo?
Missed it.
He's too busy watching Man United, probably. So that's our predictions for this week. There's a lot of, as you can hear and see, there's a lot of wrestling this week on all brands and all promotions. I mean, if we had time, we'd probably do indies like GCW, but by God, we ain't got the time. There is some news. Wrestling Pedigree has now teamed up with the Meltdown. So Wrestling Roundtable will be airing on Wrestling Pedigree. And we will be adding little tiny dust of Wrestling Pedigree onto the Wrestling Roundtable. I'll still be hosted by Jeff, but you'll see more of my mug and more of other people coming on also. So it's going to be fun. That will start on the 22nd of February. Rotz Report obviously is next week. And Wrestling Pedigree has a special interview with Attitude Era star Mosh. Chad Warrington will be the interview will be released this upcoming Monday. So there's a lot coming up and a lot of content. And keep an eye on Rotz Report and Wrestling Pedigree because we will have some surprises for you. Lewis, where can people find you, sir? And thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, boys. You can find me on the Forever Boston Sports page.
What was the score?
Shut your face, you silly New York little boy.
Forget about it.
But you can find me on Forever Boston Sports with Mr. Dorky Justin. Where we don't tell him I said that. where we talk about obviously bit of baseball, bit of NBA, bit of the NFL as well. I think at some point he said we were meant to be during the new NFL league year, which starts in March, I believe. March 11th or something, leading up towards the draft. I think he was on about going live, and getting our opinions on what picks the Patriots need and stuff like that. And I can tell you bloody now, after last night, they need offensive line-out.
That's true.
But but that's where you can find me, boys. Anyway, it's been a pleasure coming on. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
So, whereas you're part of the family, Ross, where can people find you?
Where can people find me at is on my Facebook, Christopher Rotz, my Instagram, CMROTZ_1316, thanking Roman Reigns for giving us 1,316 days as the greatest world championship of all time. And hopefully you beat CM Punk at WrestleMania and become on top again. My X account is CRots24. I had a blast here on my show, Rotz Report, with Maddie and Joshua. It's always a blast. We have a lot of weeks with wrestling this week. We got Raw, NXT, AEW. We got TNA. We got SmackDown and TNA No Surrender on Friday. And then Saturday, it's Grand Slam Australia to end what could be a great wrestling week. So hopefully you guys all enjoy this week with wrestling. We'll be back here next week to review stuff and just continue our road to WrestleMania. Had a blast here. Always say yeah to NoDQ.com. Follow Wrestling Pedigree everywhere you find them on social medias, and always be positive out there and just enjoy life to the fullest and just be positive and just show everybody the love and respect.
Absolutely. Just following on from what Ross said about the show, we will be looking back on a crazy couple events of like Grand Slam and No Surrender and what the fallout of tonight's Raw and Smackdown. However, that will be done in like a 30-minute kind of thing, and the rest is the highly anticipated, and now I sorted everything out, guess the theme tunes. So that is finally coming on where we can actually do this now without getting copyright. So that will be next week also. So with that, also Wrestling Pedigree's last week episode, Attitude Era Courtroom, we did have these guys' selections, and they are on the show. So if you guys want to see what happens with me and Steve and the Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Booker T Supermarket fight and how we found it, is on there. So we did use Lewis's and Ross's selections. Oh, and others that went through the social media. Wrestling Pedigree on Facebook and TikTok. Wrestling Pedigree 92 on Instagram and YouTube. So with that, from myself, Rotz, and Lewis, have a great week. We'll see you this time. Well, not this time, probably next week sometime. And enjoy professional wrestling. And don't be a dick.